Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. And that's going to be batted away, incomplete, so pretty home way to wrap up our first quarter.
Well, when a defender can get his hand on a pass in any way, good things usually happen.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he can't make anything happen on that return. That stopped about as deep on their own side as you can be. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
They put Flowers in motion right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here.
13 yards on the play.
Man in motion out of the slot. Here's Henry on the option. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 now. Vacates quickly left side. Complete Derrick Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Jackson now on third. Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now it's Lamar. He's on the move. He's calling his own number again. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
This is Henry on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. Handoff headed right to Henry. Broke through the tackle. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens trying to make some noise before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Henry. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects with Bateman. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Tucker adds the PAT. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff on 1st and 10. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47, into the hands of Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Still sticking with the passing game. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Goff setting the throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. First down throw for Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. On first down, Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bullock's kick is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Return lanes don't open for him. He stopped shy of the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry, and he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Jackson now, 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Lions will go on offense. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Goff. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, it's Goff. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Locked to throw on 1st down. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. Off the play fake. It's locked. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The throw on the run is complete. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
At the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Giants has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. Locke working out of the pistol. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Walk to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Locke. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to go right back to Henry. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to get away. Great coverage downfield. Left him with nowhere to go.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard.
Tucker's kick is good. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A carry here for Tracy. He's got room to the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. 36 yards. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. The run here with Devin Singletary. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Lock out of the shotgun. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. From the gun, it's Locke. There he goes again. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown, New York.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants extend their advantage to 14-3. 3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He'll look for Flowers downfield. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Pinnock. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Jackson. He's going to try it here again. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Throwing Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. first and 10. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson. Look wide. Get this one complete. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Brings up third and
On third down. Jackson. That's out quickly, and it is caught. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
a gain of 12 yards. That's good.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Jackson now on second down. Aguilar able to make the catch. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third and
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on third and 1. To throw is Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
the Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Henry. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the give, it's Tracy. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down. That's taken in.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll work his way only to the 23. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter.
Brings up second and 8.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Now Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Now on 2nd and long. In motion comes Andrews. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He runs with it. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it up. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's first down. To throw is Locke. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback. I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
A second down throw for Locke. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens
good game, bro.
Come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Ravens. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Jackson. That one intercepted. He works free, right side. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he goes nowhere, buried back at the 15-yard line. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Now Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes in the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, we got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on first down. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will score. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
This is a great example of why these outbreaking routes towards the sidelines are so critical to have great timing and rhythm between the receiver and the quarterback. In this case, he just can't quite keep his feet in bounds. Great effort to secure the catch, but it's going to result in an incomplete.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back near his goal line. Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Sims now to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At the 49-yard line.
Pistol give to Henry. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. A pass Pulled in by Henry. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Throwing Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Now he takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Jackson looking to throw. And he will score. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, Jackson. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Again, it's Jackson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw, Jackson. Open man is Tylan Wallace. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. We're going to go right back to Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. On third down, here's a run by Henry. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. On second down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. This is Henry. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. They'll run here with Hill. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. He is in.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Jackson. There's the veterans. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Ravens has it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Third and long for Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first.
Night, 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 night. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Oh, man. Got the same exact as coding. 1089. 21 and 7. This thing is 20 and 3. 3 is the Blazing Eagles. Wins with the most wins with the least amount of losses. Most wins with the least amount of losses. Most wins with the least amount of losses is 23 and 10. So if I win my next game, I'll be 23 and 9. And out of the people with under 10 losses, there's no one 23 and 9. I would have the most wins with the least amount of losses. If I could just get this next dub. I'll have the least amount of losses with the most amount of wins. I'm really trying to make this shit work right here.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Penix going to throw right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
And the Falcons are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Algier. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. And this time, he's in. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's going to get the 1st down. He is up past the 35-yard line. Now, Jackson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Jackson. Now deep ball for Bateman. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown Baltimore. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Penix. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. All tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. 3rd and 2. And Penix. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
And the Falcons 1st down.
Again, it's Penix. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Penix going to throw again. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now it is 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Penix. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And
the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He's got it! And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score! 81 yards! Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. That's caught. Ray McLeod. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On second down, here's Penix. Off he goes. Down to Falcons will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A first down throw for Jackson. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll get this out quickly to his left. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. Here's Jackson. He'll get this out wide. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson up top again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down. Again, it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on on 3rd and 1.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Henry. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Henry tries to bull his way in. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. And he will dive into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 11 yards as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Atlanta.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Now Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now 2nd and inches. Moore going in motion. Here's Robinson. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. 2nd down, goal to go. One more time, it's Robinson. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. They'll try to run with Robinson. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our...
That's going to be caught. Not playing for the OT. They get the 2-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now they burn the timeout. They're in that gray area. You might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just 1 left in this game. We'll see. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. Here comes 2nd down. Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone. It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Michael Dana brings him down. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll go. It's Robinson. Oh, a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Travis Kelce, touchdown KC. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule, the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Daniels. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be 2nd down. And in motion is Brown. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Commander's first down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They run over center with Robinson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have...
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. We are through one. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Throwing on second down, Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And the Commanders' first down.
On first down, it's Robinson.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
He's going to run it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and it will remain a 7-6 game. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. He'll grab it at the 12. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10 for Mahomes. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Open man downfield. It is Hopkins. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's into the end zone. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And they take him down. Big pickup through the air. But there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. To throw is Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Here's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Daniels gonna throw again. He's going to keep it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the 1st down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
2nd and a yard. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
On third down, here's an option play, left side. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. And although it's just the second quarter of this one, they'll chase the points now and try to get things tied up. They'll go again with Robinson. A dive, and he's in. The two-point conversion is successful. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
There he goes again. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. A gain there of 13 yards.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's got another one. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Mahomes on first down. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Mahomes now on second down. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Daniels to throw on. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquill.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Chiefs are looking at a first and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even, Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have third down coming up.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Throwing on second down. Daniels. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's third down. Third and a yard. It's Daniels. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Plenty of time, all three timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here's second down. And in motion is Brown. They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. Robinson. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first
You can't
down.
be that desperate for win, bro. Can't be that bad for you.
They'll stick to the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
That bullshit losses fucking thinking dumb bitch
And
ass.
they'll get the timeout called here It comes with just 1 second left on the clock. So a big spot for Austin Seibert. This to win the game. This kick
Proud to win for you.
And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
How the fuck did I lose this game? What the fuck happened? So he got the ball first, touchback. Incomplete, fourth, and he gives me the ball. I score a touchdown. And he gets the ball, drop, knock away, some Eckler 19, knock away, 4-yard rush, bullshit, sack, 11, 10-yard run, a 3-yard run, touchdown. Then I get the ball, boom, 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 touchdown. Like, I'm so much better than this thing. What the fuck is this? This has to be some bullshit. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Like, why did I play with? What the fuck is you? What are you doing? Why is 27 drifting into? That's why me trying to tell this nigga do a curl flat. So he was supposed to go out this way, but this nigga did this dumb shit. Yo, like. Sick, bro. Sick, bro.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Jackson being chased out left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. 58 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
And that flag accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Locke gonna throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
We'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Now he's loose down the left sideline, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 53 yards. And the Giants are back within a couple of the lead. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. And Locke going to try and throw for it. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. In motion, Aguilar. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. In motion, the tight end. Play action. Now Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 72 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 45 yards. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. It's caught at the 1, and he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Locke. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw it is Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now Locke again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Locke now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing now is Locke. This one is Slayton over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 59 yards. And the Ravens are once again back in front. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown. 70 yards, and the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Achane. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Tua going to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 31 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, I'm
Good
not
game,
sure
bro.
that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back